Hello everyone, it's Junie, checking back in with you, and I'm here to remind you that you are all magical, but you're especially magical to me. Don't forget that. So we're going to go over some more spirit box sessions regarding summer wells. There's going to be old clips involved where summer wells, at least my spirits tell me that it's summer wells. Remember, this is just a spirit box session. It's my own paranormal experience, not to be taken as fact. My spirits have implied that summer wells is in the spirit world. Again, we don't know this to be true or not, so let's always try to keep hope alive. But my spirits have agreed to help us regarding Summer's case. They have a lot to say. They mention names in this spirit box session. But I need to remind you that a spirit box is something that we cannot take as fact. Even my spirits tell you in this spirit box session that you have to form your own opinions. They agree to that when I say that. You have to remember I express that, you guys have to form your own opinions about stuff because I've been attacked pretty bad. And I've seen other psychics that come through and want to say stuff is fact. And you really can't do that when you're dealing with paranormal and you're dealing with the spiritual side of things. You have to say, this is my own spiritual opinion. And it's hard because I don't want to be responsible for other psychics or other people who do spirit box sessions to get attacked over something that I say either. So I try to overemphasize that, that you guys need to, really make up your own mind about things. Regardless of if my spirit box says so-and-so done it or say a name and they say they're guilty, you really can't put all your eggs in one basket. That's all I'm saying. This is just another aspect of looking at crime on a spiritual level, but by no means can we all take my spirit box in and stick it on a court stand, on a witness stand, and, let it play in a court of law. It's not going to work. I don't think we're ever going to be there. But, you guys take it or leave it. You can use it and compare what spirits say about certain suspects or certain criminals, and then you just form your own opinion. But again, never say that it's fact. It's just our own spiritual opinions. And we're approaching the spirit world as a spiritual family coming together and looking at crime as a spiritual family coming together and trying to figure out what happened through a spirit box, through tarot cards, through astrology, through looking at things on a spiritual level. Okay? All right. So the first clip is the old clip of when we're asking Cotton about what happened this summer. And my spirits say summer is here. And a little voice comes through and she says, they beat me up. So I'm trying to get my spirits to tell me who beat her up. And then the next session is me asking them about an astrological suspect that I'm not at a position to share the name with you yet. This is a very dangerous person, and I really need to protect the person that brought it to my attention. I need to protect everyone involved because, they live there, all right? So I just have to be very careful. I'm trying to protect everybody involved. And so you're just going to probably see parts and clips where I just have the ghost with that little white sheet that I have, that same picture, because it's too much cutting and pasting, and I'm just going to have the phone up to the speaker and playing, because if not, I'm going to be here for hours trying to clip certain things and clip it out. So you guys are just going to hear the recording, okay? So sometimes you'll see the spirit box session with the actual Vox ghost tube thing, because that's the spirit box that I like to use because it doesn't add any voices. You guys should be familiar enough to know now who my spirits are. We have Mike, we have Stanley, we have Michelle, we have Rachel, and Walter is always here. He's the one with the deepest voice, okay? So you guys should be familiar now with most of my spirits. I have a couple of Spanish-speaking spirits, and they want to help too. My spirits have said the ones that speak Spanish in their own way, they're actually trying to help too, but they know that they don't speak English. So if anyone speaks Spanish in the audience and you can tell us what they're saying, I would greatly appreciate it. If you hear anything that I missed in between the comments, please leave it in the comment section below. A lot of my viewers are gifted. A lot of my viewers are spiritual. And you hear things that I don't. So please, please leave it in the comments below if I missed anything. This is something that you go back and you listen to over and over again because it's really hard to break down what they're saying. Okay, again, this is just my spiritual opinion and my own paranormal experience. All right, let's play the first clip. Is that you, Summer, honey? Sounds like you. Hi, sweetheart. Hey, sweetheart. Thank you. What is that? And accident. Summer had an accident. And I wanted to ask you about. Hey, I wanted to ask about Summer. Is that okay? Is there any other information that you can give us about Summer Wells? Do you remember when Summer was supposedly here? I'm pretty sure it was Summer. Again, I have to tell the audience that, we have to have hope. That might not have been Summer's voice, but there was a little girl that came through, and my spirit said it was Summer, but I'm just going to leave that up to you guys to decide. Remember, this is just my spiritual opinion and my own paranormal experience, okay? You guys have to make up your own mind. But if that was Summer, and if Summer is in the spirit world, why did she say they beat me up? Who beat her up? She said they beat me up, meaning more than one. Who is they? Let me see if I have the volume turned all the way up. And remember, guys, you can see that I don't add anything to this. This is my spirit box. I can mess with the white noise a little. Lets me change the color. Need to reboot. Who did she mean they beat me up? Was there more than one person that hurt her? That's my daughter playing a game in the other room. So, you hear it. I'm in the room that I only talk to spirits in. I know we've talked about it. Okay, I need to kind of explain to you guys the backstory of my spirits kind of getting a little annoyed with me, saying that they've talked about this, we've talked about it, and they have talked about it. There are so many sessions I have with me asking my spirits about Summer, and there was a point where they were like, every time we talk about Summer, it brings her forward, and I've asked my spirits to no longer bring her forward, okay? One, because Walter and Mike, they are very sensitive spirits, and there's a few times that they've broken down and cried, okay? And I think it's hard for them, okay? Walter and Mike are very emotional, and there is something very special about Summer with them. And what they keep telling me is, man, it's terrible. Man, it's terrible, or it's terrible, or we've talked about this, they basically want her little soul to rest. And I want her little soul to rest too. If she is in the spirit world, I want her to rest as well. So through this, you're going to hear me still pushing them forward to talk about something that I know they're uncomfortable talking about, okay? It's almost like they're reliving it or re-seeing it. And I'm only assuming that maybe Summer is not in the best condition when she does show up. And I hate to think that way about this child, but this might be a possibility of the way that my spirits explain this to me. Now, please, everyone, remember I don't know that for a fact. I'm only going off of their emotions and what they've explained to me. But I need to give you the backstory because it's going to sound like they're mad at me, because at one point they're like, you can figure this out. You know why we don't want to talk about it. But I keep pushing them. And then I realized that I moved my one spirit's favorite Bible. She likes to have a certain verse out on their altar. My spirits have their own table downstairs in the front room that has their snacks, their food on it. And I've neglected it lately. And here in this session, you start to hear them they're annoyed, okay? And they're losing energy, and they like to have fresh water out. One loves milk. She loves milk, okay? And the one spirit was annoyed with me because I moved her Bible, because I was using the Bible for some spell work that I was doing. And she was annoyed because I didn't put it back in her favorite spot, and I didn't put her verse back on. She likes a verse in Job. So, so you'll hear this. They start to get a little annoyed, but I keep pushing them forward. And I keep pushing forward. I go over a grocery list with them, but I keep pushing so they'll continue to talk about summer. And I finally do get them to talk. But they are heartbroken about summer, and that's what this annoyance is, okay? So I'm just trying to give you a little bit of the backstory of, it sounds like they're annoyed, but they're not. They're upset, okay? This little girl upsets them because it is terrible what happened to her. And they're forced to relive it. So that's what's happening. Okay, here's the next clip. Spirits, can you tell me who beat up Summer? Hey, are we cool? Are you guys just chilling? Anything that you want me to leave out on the altar for you? I know I have to refresh your water. You guys want anything new? I have the salt out there. You want anything new on the altar? I'll leave it out for you. Just tell me what you want. I gotta put fresh water in there for you. I didn't do that today. You want a new cinnamon stick? Or new salt? Do you want some sugar? Anything else that you want on the altar? Walter, do you want me to put anything out for you? Just more water? Okay. I'll put fresh water out. I give you guys fresh spring water. You want milk? Okay, I'll put that out for you. Want some milk and cookies? We have cookies. Actually, we have macaroons. You guys like macaroons? I'll put milk and macaroons out. Love you. I love you guys. Hope you guys are doing okay.
And when your window...
Are you in what window? I feel like I know I bother you a lot about Summer. I don't mean to. I just really want to know what happened to her. That's all. I know I'm probably annoying, huh? Do you know who's involved with who took Summer? Or what happened to Summer?
John Shea. Stop.
Last time you guys said something about them running out of gas.
Those two words.
So the person... You said that the person that took Summer ran out of gas. Do you know where Summer's body is? If she is in spirit?
At once.
Is Summer in one piece, or is she in multiple pieces? I hate to think of her like that, but is she together in one piece? Where can we find her?
Is offering.
Creating.
The camera.
Towards sky.
And there is.
Can you describe the location that she's at? A street name or a landmark in Tennessee that she'd be near? Hey guys, I can feel you sit next to me. Hi. Someone sat next to me and just grabbed my arm in a nice way. Who grabbed my arm? Like I actually felt their fingers go around my upper arm. Oh, see, I'm yawning. Don't drain me, okay, guys? Because I'm still kind of sick. I mean, unless you need to. Do you need my energy? Honestly, do you need my energy? Are you guys feeling weak? Okay, now this is just going to be me uploading a couple of clips. And it's just going to be the ghost picture because it's just too much for me to cut and paste and go back and forth. So this is just some of the clips that I've added to the astrological suspect when I was asking questions. I've deleted all that, so it's just going to be me letting you hear the recording, okay? Who do you think hurt Summer Wells? You guys, the astrology, there are certain features about him that matches the astrology. Do you think he's the guy that hurt Summer? Or do you know who hurt Summer? Hey, Stanley, do you know who hurt Summer, honey? Is he the man that hurt Summer? She feels very strongly that it is. That's Walter. Do you guys know who hurt Summer Wells? Was it more than one person that grabbed her? Did she know the person? Did she know the person who grabbed her? Is having a hard time understanding you guys. Who took Summer? Do you know? Do you guys know? So, what do you guys feel about that suspect that I showed you? Does he have anything to do with Summer Wells? Okay, so this is the clips that I have put together. There is other clips that I have where they mention a cabin. They also mention that her skull might not be, you know, that she might not be in one piece. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to really include all that, what they say, because it's too heartbreaking and they get really upset. And this is another thing that they're talking about is like this is very emotional for them. It's emotional for me too, to hear all this. Now, remember, everyone mentioned in this video is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Please form your own opinions. I'm not saying that this is fact or not. This is just what my spirits are saying. Okay, my spirits say a lot of things, okay? So, it's very sad about Summer. I'm hoping that she's still alive, but it doesn't sound like the spirit world is saying that she's alive. She might not be all together. I'm not sure if they said decapitation or cremation. It was really hard for me to figure that out. And they have said things in the past like she's all throughout. She's throughout. But her skull might be in a certain area, or a part of her is in a certain area. So I can't make out in the spirit box session if they're saying decapitation or cremation, because it's hard for me to make out. But I can't include that clip because I have the suspect's name there, and I can't let you guys hear the suspect's name. I'm sorry. I just can't. It's too dangerous, okay? This is somebody that we don't want them to know that we might be on to them. So that's all I need. That's all I'm going to say. This is something that we need to wait for and have time, all right? So, my spirits are hinting around that this possible astrological suspect might know something, okay? And that they ran out of gas and that there was a problem, that whatever they had planned, it didn't work out well. And I hate to say it, but, you know, they basically said Don might be involved and he just stood there, or he just stood by and let it happen. And they get very upset. That's why you hear me like trying to offer them their special gifts and the things that they like, okay? I treat them well here. This is not just some random spirits that just show up every once in a while. These are the same spirits that you will hear over and over and over again. They are with me. They've been with me for before you could even talk on a spirit box. I could hear these guys. They've been with me a very long time, okay? So I know you guys probably don't want to hear that when I'm going over their grocery list, but this is how I can get them to relax and know that they're loved and get them to talk, okay? They don't want to talk about Summer. It upsets them. It's absolutely heartbreaking for them when she shows up here and they see her. I mean, they're emotional about it. They treat her well when she's here. They blow her kisses. They're very kind to her. But when she's if she, if that is her. I'm assuming that it is her, because they're very emotional about Summer, more so than any other spirits that we've called forward that I know have passed away in, hideous circumstances where it's violent. But they seem to think that Summer is in bad shape, okay? And it's awful. It's terrible. They say that over and over now. Like, this is terrible. This is awful. And it hurts them to keep talking about it because they're sad. It's stressful for them because I feel like they relive it. To some degree, they're re-seeing it and reliving it. And it's hard for them, okay? All right, so this is what I have for you now. Stay tuned for more clips in the future. Okay, bless be. Bye-bye.